spoon. But I have a long weekend. I work today, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I don't have a social life anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. To most people, that would be a tragedy, but it's just another day for me, I guess. By the way, I don't know if you guys have ever had this stuff. Element, it's really starting to grow on me. I thought it was like the most foul tasting, like seawater tasting supplement, but it's actually like a phenomenal drink mix. I've been drinking it pretty much every morning before or after my runs. Today I'm doing before. But honestly, I don't think I'm really gonna need it, but just because I'm still gonna be sweating, it's gonna be low key hot and humid. I'll drink it anyway. Big tall glass. And then when I get back, I'll do a full Yeti of just plain water, so I'm not completely diluted. Crash. Go potty. Potty. Come on, man. I hear thunder, I think. That might be a plane. It looks like it's gonna rain. In fact, I think it's gonna rain all day. Finally, it's gonna cool down a little bit, which right now it's already like completely different from how it's been lately. We're just doing a short one this morning anyway because we were a good boy yesterday. I did 11 yesterday when I really just wanted to cut it in half and do the 11 today. You know, procrastinated a little bit. But here we are. I was thinking to myself, yeah, I work all weekend. Let's make our lives just a little bit easier. One of the few good things I've done. Come on. A couple more sips. All of it was like just saturated at the bottom of the glass. That was so strong.
What's up, boys? Hi. Greenies. Oh my goodness. Sit. Boys.
Second glass of water. Once again, this one is just plain water, nothing in it. Because I learned this recently. I'm sure you guys probably knew this, but I never knew it. Like, if you drink anything that's just not water, like if it's water, like tea, it's still diluting and dehydrating you. Like, this is more of an extreme example, but I have friends, one in particular, we'll call him a friend. He's an alcoholic, and he literally said that he drinks White Claws, so he's getting plenty of water. He literally thought that because he drinks alcohol, he is hydrating himself. Just drink plain water, man. I'm getting back on the meditation thing, something that was really commonplace in my day-to-day routine a while ago, every morning and then every night. Just 10 minutes right now, but I already feel like so much more level right now, which is what I'm going for. It is. It's 9:40, so I'm gonna be heading out for work in a little under an hour. And yes, in case you were curious, I sit my little rump there on the dog bed. Just putting the finishing touches here on this drawing that I finished yesterday. It's just a commission for a friend who's actually in the room right over there. She's staying with Maddie for the next 9 days. Well, in the Salic household. At this point, I just want to make sure there's not like chunks of gunk like colored pencil or pencil shavings or honestly just like grease. You know, my hands get kind of greasy while I'm sitting here for a while before I spray it down to officially complete it. And also, if there's like something I feel like I could use more detail, I'll do that right now. Honestly though, looks good. What's that? That's fine. I am happy with that. Gotta fix it up here. This'll prevent future smudging. So whatever's laid down on the paper right now, it should stay. I forget how satisfying that can be. I haven't finished a drawing in so long, and since I work in primarily pen and ink, I don't normally have to do that. Well, I guess I could, but I never do. Let's go to work. Lest here we begin a long weekend selling running shoes. Let's get going. Howdy. Hi, buddy. What the fuck, Abe? You just asked me if I'm in a mood right now. Do I seem like I'm in a mood right now? 'Cause I think I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. I'm in a pretty uplifted mood at the moment. To be fair, I can be a little cranky most days. I'm working through it. I've got a fresh pair of kill candies here for you.
Are they nice? Are these like the...
That's you?
Those? Yeah. And then it's
You want me to cut down some inserts for you to throw in there? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, that would check out 2018.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah,
All right.
we're ready.
Right, not long after
Not
that.
long after the half, so.
All right. Can I get you a bag and a receipt?
Yes.
Sure thing.
Thank you so much for your help.
Absolutely. I hope
Yeah,
those work
appreciate
out for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll freshen you up with some new ultras soon.
I'll be in.
all right?
Yeah, I'll be in before you know it. Thank you.
Okay, let's see what we got today. I don't think we got anything really interesting. Just looks like a bunch of socks, not really any shoes, but we'll go through it together. Hi, this is Zach from Pro Bike and Run in Robinson. Is this Karen? All right, I've got some good news for you. It looks like your UFOs have just arrived. We'll see you soon, okay? Bye. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? This isn't fun. Just a bunch of Curex inserts, some power steps. I can tell this is gonna be pretty nightmarish right now. These boxes are pretty much all just features socks. Just a bunch of various colors. I mean, I'm not going through all of these, just hundreds of them. This is just one box, and there are 128 pairs in here. 1, 2, 3, plus the one I just opened, all feature socks. This unboxing sucks. When will the pain end? More socks. 2 boxes of Saucony Infernos. Somehow we managed to get even more boring. They're all the same color. They're all black. There's like 150 pairs of these. How am I supposed to get all these on the wall? A couple other miscellaneous things I'll show you anyway. I've got some Goose Droop waffles. Blah. Some women's Brooks Adrenaline's 24s, the Pittsburgh edition. Peep the Bridge, kind of cool. Yay. We got these women's Ultra Forward Vias, which are kind of cool. I don't mind that color at all, but I'm really curious as to why the paper is covered in pee. Why is it yellow? And then finally, another Brooks shoe. Looks like a special order for a Ghost. That's kind of a nice color. Ghost 17 right here. We don't sell that color as far as I'm aware. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Feels like it was just yesterday I was over there talking to Chris, getting interviewed for the job. Reality, it's been almost 3 years now. August 15th would be 3 years. I've been selling shoes, working retail, and I don't know, I've just been reflecting on a lot of things. I don't necessarily feel good or bad about it. It's just, it happened, and now I'm here. And I've just been thinking a lot about life recently, as most people do. I don't know, there's a lot of people out there that I feel like do not reflect on their lives, and it definitely shows. I am trying to learn from my mistakes. I'm trying to get better and, you know, just live the best life that I can. And working here has provided me a great source of inspiration, not just for these videos, but in my running and my fitness and just my well-being. That's not to say it doesn't have its downfalls. I mean, I chose this life. I've worked here part-time. I don't work here full-time. And I did it originally to get a source of a stable income. You know, you get paid bi-weekly, and I would use that free time to pursue my creative pursuits, art, and then YouTube as well. That sort of came later. I didn't come here with the intention of making videos. It just happened organically. And I can talk about the ups and downs of this job, because there are certainly days I come in here and I just hate the world. I hate everybody that walks in the store, and I don't want to speak. It's difficult because you have to be social here, and I can be a social person. I can flip that switch, but most of the time I just want to like keep to myself. And also it's just, you know, like anywhere, the reality is like people are just annoying. A lot of people are chill, but people are definitely annoying too. But there are also days I come in here and I'm like, let's sell some shoes. Let's have a good time, chat with good people. I love everybody that I work with here. People are great. It is fun to learn about shoes, as nerdy as that is. It's more of an acquired taste because at the beginning I didn't give 2 fucks. I didn't give a shit about a neutral or a stability shoe. Now I'm watching women go by and I'm not looking at their asses. I'm looking at their gaits to see if they fall inwards or outwards. You know, all jokes aside, I do think about my future here, and just my future in general. And, you know, I said this last year, maybe I won't be here, maybe my career will pick off and I'll get to do what I want, but I'm still here. And I don't know how to feel about it. In a perfect world, I would always work here. I'd work a Sunday shift once or twice a month, or I don't know. I think about that because I don't think I'd want to ever leave this job because I really do like the people here and the vibes are immaculate at times. I just don't think I'm cut out personally, like, to do this for the rest of my life. I just don't have that. I'm not that great with people. I might show it, but you know, a lot of times, like, I really struggle with it. It's pretty overwhelming at times. But I've gotten so good at just, you know, saying my catchphrases and just locking in that way, it's become sort of robotic. You know how I can tell I've been here a really long time? We got this new UFOs display, and I just can't stop staring at it. I mean, look at it. It glows. Okay, I'm gonna try. I've been trying to get the camera to focus. It keeps going out of focus as I record, so I guess ignore that if it happens. I don't really know how to fix it. I've taken the last few days actually to sit here and sort of think about what I think when I hear the question, am I happy? I mean, that's what I'm titling the vlog, so what answer do I have for this? And quite frankly, I think it's the wrong question to ask. And anybody would probably tell you, I'm sure you guys know how fleeting the idea of happiness is. Over the years, I've been like trying to get to a place where I'm permanently happy, right? And as life has kind of beat me down, I realize that's the wrong way to go about it. Because happiness isn't this thing that you permanently have. If you have all the money in the world, if everything's going your way, I feel like you're still gonna have periods. Maybe less so, depending on your situation, or more so. It all varies. No matter what, you're gonna have periods where you just aren't happy. And the worst part is, a lot of it, you can't really find a root cause. The more you think about it, the more insane you feel. You know, I've been pretty outspoken on this channel about how unsatisfied I am with my life, how unhappy and miserable I tend to be most of the time. But that's also not to say, just like the person who has it all that probably is happy more than they're sad, I also have spurts where I'm really happy. I totally have just lost my train of thought because I swear this wasn't planned. I was just randomly hand-delivered a cinnamon muffin. How fitting is that? If that isn't happiness in a nutshell right there. It comes and goes like wind. It's like riding a wave. You don't really know what's gonna happen next, when it's gonna come, when it's gonna leave you. I'm feeling pretty good right now. But I think if I would have made this video a year ago, my answer would have been a lot different. I mean, first off, I wouldn't have Crash. I mean, it's little things like that. Get away, please. Let me finish my video. I just want to finish my video. I have a lot of things to be thankful for now. But I've also just put in a lot of work. I've been really trying to just better my life. So, rather than asking the question, am I happy? I think it's more sensible for you to ask, am I content? Do I find meaning in my life? Am I pursuing something bigger than myself? Because I look back to my past, I still have a shit ton of faults, and I'm like totally like a piece of shit human being most of the time. I'm less of a piece of shit human being than I was back then. And I say that because I'm actually putting in much more effort to be a better person. And back then, I would have honestly said to myself I didn't deserve to be happy because I hadn't earned it. I deserve to be deeply unsatisfied and unhappy. You've got to put in the legwork, I think. And that's why, I mean, you see these people that are born into great situations and they turn to drugs or they just live miserable lives. And people ask them, well, how is that possible? Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that. And I think that's totally something that I understand now. That's not me saying I was born into the best situation. I wasn't born into the worst situation either. So it's been on me to dig myself out. So right now, life still sucks for the most part. But it also sucks in a different way. And that sort of suck, in my opinion, it's actually a good kind of suck. It's that sucky feeling when you finish a heavy lift and you're sore after. It hurts, but it also feels good. You know what I'm saying? I've been fortunate that I've always known what I wanted to do, but I've never really pursued it for whatever reason. Fear, just laziness, lack of discipline. Usually a combination of the three. I still have my days where things just fall apart and I spiral. As I was writing earlier, I really feel like my consistency in my life, in my decision making, it's really starting to grow and come into place. It has me feeling excited. You know, I actually feel a sort of excitement for life again, a yearning for more. You know, in the past, you know, for the longest time I found that I would wake up and it didn't feel like I was going on vacation, you know, it just felt like I was waking up for another day and I was not excited to get out of bed, and that's totally a drag. Now, I get up most mornings and I'm like, alright, let's do this. And that feels really good. Am I happy? Sort of. Am I satisfied? I'm getting there. Do I find meaning in my life now? Absolutely. I feel like if I keep this up, one day, in the near future, I'll spend less of my time worrying about survival and more time actually enjoying the things that matter, enjoying my life, and, you know, just growing from there. Things aren't stagnant anymore. That's the main takeaway from this. I don't feel stagnant, and becoming stagnant that's a soul killer right there. Hope that made some sense. I spent half of that rant eating a muffin and fighting off the dogs who were trying to also get my muffin. So, thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.